Hi, everyone. My name is Mel Robertson, and I'd like to welcome you to Happiness is Your Own Damn Fault. What we're talking about is how to drop the baggage, increase your frequency, and live a bliss-filled life. Now, I decided to put this summit together because I want you to know that happiness is equally available to every one of us, no matter the circumstances that we've endured. So, no matter what you've been through, you can choose happiness now. Happiness is your birthright. It is your natural state of being underneath all the baggage you've been dragging around with you for all these years. So what I wanted to do was interview people who are truly happy and get them to share with you their secrets on how they let go of the past, stopped worrying about the future, and started living their bliss. Now today I'm excited to welcome Tom Paladino. His research and work with the scalar energy began in his undergraduate years. He was inspired by various scientists, i.e. Hieronymus, Murray, Priori, and especially Nikola Tesla, as to the existence of an energy that is not of the electromagnetic spectrum. With this inspiration, he pursued a course of independent study in order to better understand and subsequently harness scalar energy. Scalar energy is also known as prana, chi, radiant energy, zero-point energy, ki, orgone, and galactic. After years of experimentation and modification, Tom Paladino has developed a technique using scalar energy that will transmute pathogens quickly and painlessly. This technique facilitates the use of photographs of people who desire to have pathogens transmuted in their bodies. Tom Paladino developed a treatment process whereby he is able to administer the scalar energy reverse phase angle harmonic of a pathogen, thereby causing that agent of infection to disassemble or fall apart. His pathogen cleanse currently disassembles over 55,000 pathogens for humans and animals. The nutrient delivers 242 essential nutrients to the cells of humans and animals. That harmonizes the body for humans and animals. Scalar energy operates at the quantum level and is capable of disassembling pathogens such as viruses, bacteria, parasites, protozoals, amoebas, and prions, thus eliminating the causative agent of disease. Once the causative agent of a pathogen disease has been eliminated, the symptoms associated with that infection decrease or disappear altogether. The 30-day remote scalar session includes 3 protocols delivered Monday through Saturday, 7 days per week over a 30-day period. I'd like to welcome Tom to the interview. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm very well. It's great to be here. Thanks for the invitation, Mel.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you here. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you. So before we get started, you want to just take a minute just to share a little bit more with our audience about who you are and why you're so passionate about what you do?
Of course. Thank you. I love the opportunity. My name is Tom Paladino, and I am a scalar energy researcher. I work with scalar energy exclusively. It's not electricity. So let me set the parameters. There are 2 energies in the universe. Everybody's familiar with electricity and magnetism. That's known as the electromagnetic energy spectrum. And that's very real. I choose to work with the other energy that is still to this day somewhat misunderstood. I work with scalar energy. And I work with scalar energy on account of the fact that it is much more versatile than that of electricity. And I see such great promise with scalar energy, frankly, a much greater promise than what I've seen with electricity or magnetism. So I've made a career out of scalar energy research. And over the course of this interview, you'll understand why I'm so impassioned about it, why I'm so emboldened about my research, and the incredible results that I'm getting.
Excellent. So, Tom, where does scalar energy originate?
Well, let's look at the source and let's define our terms. There is an energy known as scalar energy. It is synonymous with terms such as chi or prana. That also refers to scalar energy. Scalar energy is from the sun. Our stars of the universe are the source or the fountainhead of all scalar energy. So this is essentially pure energy from the cosmos. Well, it's my consideration that scalar energy is the first energy that's produced by the stars, and that scalar energy ultimately will degrade into electricity and magnetism. So to answer that question, scalar energy originates from our stars, our sun included, and it's the primary energy of the universe. It's the perfect energy of the universe.
So it's safe to say that we're actually stars then?
Yes, that's correct.
I love that.
Scalar energy originates again from the stars, and it is energy that produces the human body. Without this energy, without instructions coming in the form of scalar energy, we would not have a physical body.
Can you talk more about that, the instructions that come from the scalar energy to develop our physical body?
Sure. When we look at energy, we have to consider its intelligence. Many people just perhaps they have a closed-minded view of energy. Perhaps some people just consider it to be light or heat or fire. Well, it's much more than that. Energy is intelligence. Scalar energy really is the intelligence of the universe. And with energy, with light, we have the universe. We have the makings, if you will, of the universe. Well, it's my consideration, and what I've discovered is scalar energy is responsible for all physical forms. And by that I mean scalar energy actually assembles molecules and atoms. Without this instructions, without this information of scalar energy, we would not have order. We would have a chaotic universe. So my point is this: scalar energy serves to bring order out of chaos. It is scalar energy that assembles and maintains the entire universe. So everything has this instructions behind it. It's scalar energy that instructs the physical universe to assume a specific geometry or a pattern or a specific molecular or atomic configuration. As such, scalar energy really is the life force of the universe. Without scalar energy, our universe would be chaotic. There would be no physical form. So we are indeed human beings. Our bodies are made out of what? Scalar energy. It is scalar energy that serves to instruct the elements of our body to assume a certain shape or proportion. Furthermore, it's my consideration that DNA is made possible by way of scalar energy. Scalar energy is responsible for assembling and then maintaining all DNA. So that's the code of life. Without the instructions of scalar energy, you would not have DNA. And without DNA, you would not have biological life. Well, this is the wonderment of scalar energy, and this is why I'm so, again, passionate about what I'm doing. What I've discovered is essentially is, if you will, the holy grail of the universe. Yeah. I've discovered the key of the universe. It's scalar energy. It's not electricity. It's not magnetism. Scalar energy is the groundwork, is the foundation of the entire universe. Everything starts with light, with energy. It is scalar light that provides the instructions, the intelligence for the universe. Hence, our universe is made possible, is feasible by way of scalar energy.
How powerful. I love that. So what are the main differences between scalar energy and then electromagnetic energy and magnetism? What are the key differences?
There's so many. I think the key is this. Scalar energy is essentially eternal energy. It will not experience any type of decay or entropy, as scientists will refer to it. It will not experience, scalar energy does not have any type of degradation, any type of die-off, or any type of weakening of its signal. Now, to the contrary, electricity does decay. It does experience entropy. It really is an imperfect energy. So scalar energy is perfect energy. Electromagnetic energy is imperfect. Scalar energy does not experience entropy, any type of weakening, whereas electromagnetic energy does experience entropy, and it's assured that your signal will weaken and diminish over time. Well, with that in consideration, I much rather work, my druthers are to work with this scalar energy. It's obvious. It's perfect energy. It does not experience any type of decay, any type of, It's never compromised. It's a standing wave that always exists. And hence you can overcome space and time with this perfect energy.
And so do you think that in harnessing this scalar energy, if we understood the magnitude of it and fully harnessed it, that we could physically be immortal in our bodies and not experience decay? Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And I'll take that. Thank you, Mel. I'll take that a step further. I come from a Christian background. I do believe there is a heaven. And the physical property that undergirds heaven is this. Scalar energy is predominant in heaven. There's no electricity in heaven. Hence, if you live in a perfect scalar energy environment where there is perfect light, perfect scalar light, then you are in a perfect, I should say, dimension that does not experience any type of decay or time. You're not subject to time in such an environment. As such, you are timeless. You are eternal. Hence, when we go to heaven, we are in a perfected state by virtue of the fact that we live in a scalar energy environment. And that scalar energy environment allows us to overcome, if you will, the vagaries, the vicissitudes of this world. We are above, if you will, the creation. If you're living in a scalar energy environment, creation is subject to you and not vice versa.
Right. Yeah, because it's the pure source energy. It's where it all comes from. Yeah, absolutely. So how have you figured out how to harness this energy and use it to help people heal and disassemble pathogens?
It's been a lifelong endeavor. It's not been easy. I'll be quite candid. I first had to come to the conclusion that there was two energies in the universe, and that our understanding of the universe is really short-sighted, if you will. There's two energies, again. Scalar energy is that other energy that science today does not consider. Well, I consider it, and so have my predecessors, people like Tesla, Hieronymus, and Moray. These men understood that there's another energy, which is scalar energy. Through experimentation, and in many ways, if you will, relying upon the work of my predecessors, and significantly that of Tesla and Hieronymus, I've come to the conclusion that these men were onto something gigantic, that these men, Hieronymus and Tesla, did indeed in their lifetimes construct and perfect scalar energy instruments. They were able to control scalar energy. Well, I am able to do that today, and in many ways I've surpassed their ability by virtue of the fact that technology has allowed me to do so.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. A long story short, not many people on this planet have ever had scalar energy instruments in their hands. I do. And with scalar energy, I can do incredible things that you cannot do with electricity. And for that reason, I'm blessed.
Oh, exciting. So can you talk about what you do, how scalar energy actually can disassemble pathogens in the body and how it works?
Sure. Once again, let's just consider the nature of scalar energy. It originates from the stars. It's responsible for all physical geometry in the universe, including the geometry of molecules, of atoms. Well, with my scalar energy instruments, I've developed a technique, a process in which I can easily disrupt the geometry of germs. I can disrupt the geometry of a virus, a bacterium, a fungus, or a protozoan. I can break apart, I can disassemble germs. And with that, with my scalar energy instruments, I am allowed now I have this mastery, this control over the pathogenic kingdom. And with that statement, I believe firmly that my scalar energy instruments allow me to cure any pathogenic disease. Any disease caused by a germ, by a pathogen, whether it's tuberculosis, malaria, AIDS, hepatitis, typhoid fever, cholera, whatever. I am able to control a germ. And if I can do that with scalar energy, and I can, then I have the means to eradicate the causative agent. They're germs. And if I can eliminate those germs from the human body, then I can cure viral, bacterial, and fungal disease. And that's what I'm doing.
Go straight to the cure. Yeah, go straight to the cure. Absolutely. I love that. And so then how does it work when you're assembling nutrients versus disassembling? How does that work?
Sure. Again, scalar energy allows me to have mastery, control over physical forms. So with scalar energy, I disassemble what's harmful, germs, and I assemble what is beneficial, such as vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. With my scalar energy instruments, I have found that I can easily assemble micronutrients that the body needs. I can broadcast scalar energy into the body. Scalar energy is instructive energy, and as such, I can assemble inside the human body antioxidants, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. So it's this control that scalar energy allows me. I'm afforded incredible control over physical nature. As such, a scalar energy instrument allows me to have dominion over nature. Quite frankly, I have control, I have dominion over nature. As such, the processes that I've developed immediately are the ability to break apart germs and the ability to assemble inside the body micronutrients.
Absolutely, that's cool. So then, can it work and help in genetic mutations in the DNA strands?
Yes, that's my next venture. I'm not there yet, Mel, but that's where I want to go with this. I want to take scalar energy instruments, and the energy is, again, corrective, and I want to be able to download the proper information into the human genome. And if I can do that, then I'll be able to cure cancer, and I'll be able to cure many genetic disorders. Everything is energy, and as such, if it's energy, then it's information, it's intelligence. So if we're working with scalar energy, we're working with scalar intelligence. And scalar intelligence in the future will allow us to cure cancer, will allow us to correct genetic disorder.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, if it's scalar energy and it's basically source energy, the cure for cancer is already in that energy. It's already known. We just haven't woken up to it yet.
Yes. Yeah, good point.
So you use photographs to treat people? How does that work?
Yes. Again, scalar energy is not electricity. And one of the wonderments of scalar energy is that it's everywhere. And in order for me to treat somebody, all I need is their photograph. A photograph acts like a radio, a portable radio, or a cell phone. If you can communicate with somebody by way of a cell phone, and that's two sources of energy, two sources of either one cell phone communicating with another cell phone, that type of transmission by way of microwave energy, that can be duplicated in the scalar realm. But the nice thing about scalar energy is you don't need an actual instrument, a cell phone or a radio or a TV. Every object in the universe possesses scalar energy, including a photograph. When I treat people around the world, all I need is a photograph of that person in order to access them. So when I'm treating a person for germs, they will simply send in their photograph, and I will treat them on any given day for approximately 75,000 species of germs. And in so doing, I'm able to eradicate any combination of germs, any combination of species of pathogens that they might have in their body. All of that is effectuated by way of their photograph. Again, a photograph is a source of light. It's a source of intelligence. If I were to treat myself, all I would have to do is take a photograph of myself and insert it in the scalar energy instrument. As such, my instrument would immediately pick up my light signature and communicate with me, just as two cell phones communicate with one another. So a photograph is a point of reference. A photograph is, if you will, the light character, the light signature of a person.
Very cool. I like that. That's really powerful.
Yes, it is.
This is really. I'm really glad that we're talking about this. So with scalar energy, what is the future of it, and how is its acceptance going to serve and change the world for the better? Do you think?
Scalar energy, Mel, is going to change the course of human history for the better. Scalar energy is going to be such an advance. It's my prediction. Scalar energy will have a greater impact than that of the computer. Scalar energy will have a greater impact than that of electricity. You know, imagine the world without electricity, without being electrified, so to speak. Well, scalar energy will have a more profound impact upon mankind. As such, scalar energy will serve to change the world for the better. I see the future as being a bright future. Once mankind incorporates scalar energy, This is an incredible tool, people. Scalar energy will put us in the driver's seat, so to speak. Scalar energy will make us masters of the universe. We're finally working with that fundament. We're working with that primal force in nature that's responsible for the universe. And if we can control scalar energy, we control the universe, period. If we can control scalar energy to that extent, then we can construct the physical world that we want, and it also has applications to our cognitive abilities, to our emotional state. Scalar energy is the if you will, the doorway to perfection.
Absolutely, it is the perfect energy.
Yes, it is. That's the way to put it. It is the perfect energy.
Oh, I love that. So we're actually running out of time here, Tom, and I wanted to give you an opportunity because this summit is all about happiness is your own damn fault and what it looks like to really live your bliss. And so I'd like to just talk to you for a minute about maybe you can share your experience about what living your bliss actually means to you and what that looks like to you today and how scalar energy has played a part in that.
Sure. Let's look at the nature of scalar energy. It's responsible. It's the intelligence of everything, including the intelligence of thought, human thought, and human emotion. So every time we think and every time we have an emotion, we're broadcasting scalar energy or scalar intelligence. Now, you've heard the expression, you are what you think, and the world that you think is the world that you inherit. That's true. Because when you think, you're projecting a world or you're projecting a certain environment. You're creating, again, scalar energy is creative intelligence. You're creating the world around you. So think positive thoughts. Be a positive person. Be happy. Because as you broadcast this scalar energy, pretend that you're a beacon, a lighthouse of scalar energy. Whatever you're broadcasting into the world is the world that you will inherit. Again, every time you think or feel, that's a broadcast, that's an emanation of scalar energy. And what you broadcast is indeed the intelligence that will serve to create the world. If you're thinking good thoughts, if you're a happy person, then that is what you're projecting, and that intelligence will ultimately have an effect. It's a cause and effect relationship. So I would admonish everybody, try and be upbeat. Try and be happy. I know it's hard sometimes. But indeed, and this is now being verified scientifically, what you think and what you feel is scalar energy. And that scalar energy will indeed impart itself and present itself and have a profound effect on your immediate world and the world of others. So be happy and think positive thoughts.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that. Now, are you offering a free gift to our audience for everyone to participate in on this summit?
Yes, and this is my gift. And I think it's quite profound, and all of you are capable of this. I'm going to pray for everybody, and I'm going to think positive thoughts. And throughout the course of the next few weeks, I will be thinking about everybody who's listening to this program and projecting my scalar energy prayer to you and projecting my scalar energy emotion to you. And please do that in kind, in reciprocal agreement, if you will. Send me your scalar energy prayer and send me your scalar energy thoughts and emotions. We are broadcast beacons of scalar intelligence. So I'll do that for the audience. That's my free gift to the audience. And please, likewise, please reciprocate and send me your prayers and your emotions.
Excellent. I love that. I will be participating. Well, before we go, Tom, do you have any parting words of wisdom you want to share with everyone?
I do. And again, let me just reiterate. It's now being proven scientifically, people, that there is a science behind thinking and emotions and prayer. All of that, prayer, thinking, emotion, all of that is scalar energy. To pray, to think, to have feelings, all of that is a function of scalar energy. As such, I'm going to ask everybody to continue on in your journey. Although we have difficulties, although there's obstacles in life, in many ways we make this world. We make it or break it. Pray, think, have feelings, and keep that all on the positive, uplifting, holy side. And with that, I would say thank you, Mel, for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you so much, Tom. It's been a pleasure having you here. And just to wrap up really quick, everyone, I just want to remind everybody that happiness is an inside job, and it is available equally to every single human being on the planet. And we're living in a time now where we can choose to drop whatever baggage we've been carrying around. We can drop the old stories. It just starts with a choice. You are powerful beyond measure. And all you need to do is tap into the divine power or scalar energy that created you and follow the guidance you're given. You were born to be happy, experience joy, and live an abundant, blissed out, and spacious life. I want to hear from you, so hit reply to this email and share your thoughts with me. Tom, it's been such an honor having you here. Thank you for the work that you do and sharing it with everyone.
And I thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your effort, Mel.
It's been my pleasure.